I got into massage therapy through my barbering and a customer that had been a massage therapist. I guess it's because in barbering, they do a lot of scalp massage, shoulder massage, and this carried on, I guess, to become a massage therapist. 1971, when I moved here to Winnipeg, there was no associations. And I happened to see that in the paper, massage therapy needed at the YMCA. So that was my first job at the YMCA. And of course, 71 went by, 72. I got connected with then it was Attorney General, Al Meckling. And he got interested in that because he was a member at the Y. And that's where the whole thing got started and registered from there on.
Back in the 70s and 80s, massage was more of a red light district kind of operation. It wasn't massage, it was a sexual thing. And so it was very difficult to get this accepted by the common folk, and none of the insurance companies would cover it. So it took a lot of hard work on our part to legitimize what we were doing, and by creating a lot of courses that we were able to bring in. And I mean, I can't harp enough on how Peter was instrumental in all of that, because he was always insisting that we need more education, we need more courses.
From the beginning, this is where I've been trailblazing for a long, long time, and hoping that things will even improve and come right down to the best of our association. The goal of the association was to have a professional membership, and where professional membership can be recognized by the medical profession and other professional medical people.
We started off, we were 7 or 8 members. I wanted it to become my career, my chosen career, and I needed support. I needed people around me that were good in this, and that's how we got it going. And I needed help, and the other members needed help, and in so doing, we created our association. What
made it tough is getting things organized from the beginning. You know, had to look around for people who have had certificates of massage therapy from some school or somewhere, and get down to work, and that was just tough. Every meeting was just tough. It was just a fight uphill. It was a just total fight uphill.
The doctors back then, the physicians, were saying, oh, no, you don't need massage. We'll send you to a physiotherapist. They're the only ones that can do this.
Even there was one doctor that was in the legislature. He was a health minister. He says, oh, he says, I can massage my wife. He says, I don't have to have a massage therapist. Well, okay. I said, thank you very much, your help. And we just kept on going.
I got into massage therapy because I had a very stubborn hip injury, which I now understand is a hip flexor problem. And I had tried physio, I tried my doctor, I tried resting, I tried stretching, I tried everything. And my friend at that time said, you need to see Walter Isaac. And I was terrified to go to a massage therapist, because at that time, probably in Winnipeg, if there were 10, that would be pushing it.
I grew up in a natural health care environment. My father was a chiropractor and my mom was a physiotherapist. My dad had connected me with a massage therapist here who was from Europe somewhere, and she was doing massage therapy here in Manitoba. Anyways, I had a massage from her. It was very European kind of style, and I wasn't really quite sure about this whole thing. I was young, very comfortable in my own skin and stuff, but when I went for the massage, it was like, okay, there's a plinth there, and there's this little towel, and I'm supposed to get naked, she said, and what am I supposed to do? I didn't know which way to put the towel on, you know? And so it was kind of a lot of exposure, and it wasn't quite what I was looking for. And that was my introduction to massage therapy in Manitoba.
the only context really that people had about massage were massage parlors. And so there was this whole other stream that has nothing to do with massage therapy. But I think it made people reluctant to go to somebody who used the title massage therapist or massage therapy in their business name.
I phoned my parents, and I phoned them up and I said, you know, I'm going to be a massage therapist. And there was dead silence on the other end of the phone because, of course, that was in '86, and they were, you know, they had to think about that. So about a week later, I got a photocopy of the Yellow Pages, Manitoba Yellow Pages for massage from my mom. And it was just this copy, and it was just about massage parlors and body shops, and there might have been, you know, one little slice of it that had something that might have been something professional. But anyway, she wasn't trying to deter me. She was just kind of saying, making a statement.
We met in Peter Stashnik's home. We met probably at my place, Lois Craig's, Roger Orr. Sometimes there was a restaurant, a coffee shop. Back then it was that donut place, or I forget what it was called. It's no longer here, but there was a donut, and we'd go there, and then we'd have these cool dinners at these restaurants after that, and we'd have meetings there as well. And we tried getting an office, but we just couldn't afford it.
There was, you know, little groups. You know, I was kind of connected with the MTAM. I did go to a few meetings, you know, at the Tea Cozy, and they tried to get a large group of people to come. And, you know, there was probably 16 people in the room. It was just, like, it had a hard time getting traction. We had no third-party insurance for clients. People weren't able to really use Blue Cross and Great West Life to get massage therapy. So not only were you trying to get somebody in the door, but you're trying to also, you know, convince them that spending X number of dollars on you is okay. When I started, we charged $18 for half an hour and $30 for an hour. And in Ontario, they were charging $70, $60 to $75 an hour.
As we got more clients who were physicians ourselves, the 7 or 8 of us, and we were probably about 20, 25 then, some physicians started seeing us, some physiotherapists started seeing us. Some psychologists, psychiatrists, carpenters, every facet of the working world started seeing us, and they started spreading the words.
Yeah, talk about, you mentioned physicians. Well, I've had a lot of them come to a massage at the Winter Club. They knew my work, and they came in again and again.
I initially grew my client base because there were so few massage therapists in Winnipeg. I mean, let's be honest about that. So the people that were looking for massage therapists had less options. A man who came to me with post-vasectomy pain. This was like within my first few months, post-vasectomy pain, and he was just in agony, and he was just beside himself. And I did some very simple craniosacral work with him, and I did some very simple therapeutic touch with him, and it was like a miracle. And I became the post-vasectomy pain queen. And I got a large number of referrals from this gentleman's urologist, so many, in fact, that I finally had to say, look, I can't take anymore because I wanted to do other things.
I just felt like I had to get my hands on people. I had to get it out there. So I started teaching massage therapy to couples, you know, just anywhere I could, and in school settings and different places that I could get out and talk about massage therapy, like the health benefits of massage therapy.
Because people are people. They're coming to you for their reason. I'm in pain. Come and help me. And this massage comes to their rescue, I would say.
Massage is hands-on. It's working the muscles. It's using the body-mind connection between you and your client. And that's my job, is to work with that. It was the elements of touch that was me. Body, self, and soul. Everything to do with touch. The body is a shell, and it protects whatever your emotions are on the inside. And we know that emotions create stress, and stress creates disease. So they started sending them to us, not just the physician, but the psychologist and the psychiatrist. And so one psychologist, for example, had sent me this lady, and she was so tight, so stressed out in the inner scapula between the shoulder blades and the chest, and she could hardly breathe because she was also having anxiety. So my work was to calm her down. So I didn't need to do a lot of deep tissue on that lady. All I needed to do was get her to breathe and then tell her to focus on letting go some of this stuff. And she began to emote. She really started crying and started telling me her story. I said, well, that's good. However, now this story, I want you to bring it back to your psychologist. And that psychologist said, Edmund, that one session meant 5 sessions of talk therapy, just because we opened it up with body, with the touch, with releasing it, opening it up. And it allowed the inner spirit in her to open up. And she was able to verbalize more. And it got her therapy going on pretty darn good. And that was all with touch.
That was the beginning, and from there on it went, you know, up and down, up and down. But mainly when we got some schools to come here, that's where they all started to build up into the massage therapy.
Peter is Mr. Education. The first thing he's talked about with me was that we need a lot of therapists so we can get a school here and we can get education in Manitoba so we can have real massage therapy.
So in 1994, that's when the 2,200-hour program started in Manitoba. That was Wellington Massage Therapy College of Manitoba, and Professional Institute of Massage Therapy opened. And then it was a few years after that that we got a space down on Portage Avenue, and that really made a huge difference in terms of just appearing like a professional organization.
Once we had the office, then it really became, wow, these people are serious and they're being professional about it. And it just grew from there.
For me, education is important because it drives my passion. And if I'm passionate about what I'm doing, then I think I'm a better professional.
Professionalism is key in this industry simply because it's healthcare. Because we have to remember that the vulnerability of our clients, and we have to remember about our position of power in healthcare.
We're doing as good a service as a physio-athletic therapist, physician, reflexologist, any other profession. We're doing a very important piece of the work, and I think that we're doing way more than a bunch of those.
We were able to create the 2,200-hour curriculum here in Manitoba, and I was really jazzed because I was able to develop a program to get the students' hands on other people other than just your average bear. We had several years we went to Jocelyn House, which is a home for palliative care. We opened up the doors to Society for Manitobans with Disabilities, athletic organizations, swim clubs and things. So the students were able to get their hands on more types, more walks of life, if you will. And that was, to me, huge. And that increased public interest as well.
I think it's really important to encourage and inspire and bring along the next generation of professionals. Well, I think the technical side of massage therapy has changed a great deal in 30 years. What I'm most pleased about, really, is how the Massage Therapy Association has broadened its acceptance of a whole series of modalities that I thought would never happen.
The association was amazing. We couldn't have done what we've done without
We
it.
wouldn't have New Moon
No.
without Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba. It just wouldn't be possible. Like, we could have a business, but it wouldn't be at the level that it is right now.
Some of the most exciting parts of this profession for me are when I signed the application on behalf of the Massage Therapy Association for regulation.
We become professional people. Like doctors are professional, they've dental professional, physiotherapists, and others. They have governed certificates to be professional practitioners.
I think the regulation part is big, you know, with that coming to fruition, like,
and exciting.
Clients are starting to ask, like, oh, what does this mean? And what does it mean for you? And what does it mean for me? And I feel like that part of it is big. It's huge for our profession.
For the good of the association, it has to happen. It really has to happen. It's just, again, to legitimize our association, our practice. Although we've had massage since the Roman times, and it's taken till today to legitimize this. But it's our association needs the legislation, like every other piece of legislation. It takes a long time.
My greatest sadness, and I just saw somebody yesterday, is that MPI isn't accepting massage therapy anymore. And if that can change with legislation, I think that will be a great bonus for everybody.
We're way more public. I mean, there's or visible. There's massage therapists on every street corner. Everybody needs touch. Everybody can benefit from massage therapy.
I think even just with the advertising, like the commercials, like we never had a commercial before. Having a commercial, or, you know, billboards, seeing on back of buses, we would see, you know, all about regulation.
I think the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba plays a great big role in terms of mentoring new graduates.
I noticed like dramatic changes with our association in terms of what's expected of us, what courses they offer, continuing education, not just at the annual general meeting, but throughout the whole year.
Has anybody had a client
Incidents or something else,
going on that they had trouble dealing with?
I had to figure out all these little businessy tricks as I went, just by rote, but people don't have to do that anymore because it's all here. The Massage Therapy Association provides all of it, and I think the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba provides all of it.
The Massage Therapy Association trained me to do the mental health first aid. Now, in a million years, would I think that the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba would take that risk and make that investment in a member who's just like an ordinary person, and then allow me to go out and reach out to so many practicing members to actually influence what happens in their offices if they have somebody who may have a mental health problem. It's wonderful.
So when we took the temporomandibular joint dysfunction mastery class, we had such a renewed passion for our profession and what we were able to give to clients and just change their life, their pain on a day-to-day basis. And I feel like that's really key for future classes that we take, that not just taking it because we have to, but because it's something that we really want to work on.
We're providing health care to our clients, or we used to call them patients. We're doing what we can with our hands. We're listening to their voice. We're listening to their body. So if we do that, we're doing what we're supposed to do.
We are rocking. We know what we're doing. We're getting people connected. We're providing all kinds of great education for people. We are certainly the front runners in the regulation process. I think we've got a lot of respect with medical professionals and physiotherapists, and we definitely have more respect today than we had 30 years ago when I started practicing. Absolutely.
That is why I think the association is much more vibrant and meaningful to members today than it was years ago.
My aim was not to be a trailblazer, it was just to be part of a good association and to work with it, and we've managed to get up there. We've managed to have banners to say, this is the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba, and we're proud of it. And I'm proud of it. And if I've been a part of it, so that's good, perfect.
Find what matters to you most, and follow that passion and work in a place that makes you happy.
The Massage Therapy Association has created that opportunity for me and for members.
Well, the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba, for me, is like a home. I am not embarrassed today to tell people what I do for a living because anybody and everybody has a massage therapist now, you know?
That's the part of being a therapist, is that we're out there to serve, to help, and that's my way of doing it.
For the profession, I think that it's going to be growing for as long as there are people who are really skilled practitioners.
I don't think other associations are quite up to speed. I think our association is, you know, kick ass, if I have to say that.
Yeah, the association has given me lots over the...
I'm very proud. It's just like putting back, say, there's a seed, and I planted it, and I watered it, it grew, and it's getting higher, more branches, whatnot. This is our association going the same way as we're growing up to be a huge, huge massage therapy association.
Happy 45th anniversary, MTAM!
Happy 45th, MTAM!
Happy 45th! Happy 45th, MTAM. This is incredible what you're doing. We really appreciate everything that's being done, so thank you.
Happy 45th, MTAM! Happy 45th, MTAM!
Happy 45th anniversary, MTAM. Appreciate your services.
Hey, happy 45th, MTAM.
MTAM has always been there for me, from the time I started my career to current.
I'm super jazzed to wish the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba 45 years.
Congratulations, MTAM, for 45 years of success of helping people.
Happy 45th anniversary, the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba.
And happy 41st anniversary.
Congratulations for 45 years to the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba, and I'm hoping for 45 more.